Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I am Amabel.
and welcome to the demo for Tactical Breach Wizards. This is probably going to be one of the biggest demos of the fest. I know it's got a lot of press and attention. This is the new Tom Francis game. Tom Francis of Gunpoint and Heat Signature fame, especially Heat Signature. I feel like people are way less familiar with that than they are with Gunpoint, but it's ridiculous. It's criminal. Heat Signature is incredibly good. So anyway, this is a tactical combat game. And I wanted to have you on here with this because this is your favorite genre of thing.
Is it?
Well, you really loved Into the Breach.
That's true.
Here's the thing: you haven't played that many video games, but you love Into the Breach like nothing I've ever seen you love. Outside of a human. So, I figured this would be your kind of thing. This is that kind of genre of game. Look at this guy, and this guy's in it probably. So without further ado here, let's just get in and see what this demo has in store. When I click this button, this guy's gonna blow this door up. That's pretty rad.
Okay.
Right? Wait. You know what? Put it on. We're pretty good at these games. I'm gonna say put it on hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your familiarity with tactical terminology is, but that was a breach. The thing that just happened there. He breached that door. WizTac, this is Mage Actual. We're in position. Breach glyphs are hot. Zan, you're up. Trauma control charms engaged or slow fall wards in place? I feel like slow fall wards, I feel like you're gonna be doing some kind of vertical breach. You're gonna come down from the ceiling blasting, and that's rad.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, that one. Suppression aura online. Maybe that we're getting both anyway. Trauma control charms engaged. That's what they call a fake choice in the dialogue there. All right, what do you see in there? Foresight on 3 Sprig Acolytes. Softwood silenced Mac 10s. There's a really charming, how up are you on this sort of this tactical, agents, guys, and silencers with night vision goggles kind of fiction?
Not very, because I think it sucks ass.
Okay.
So I just kind of...
I enjoy a good Rainbow Six video game. I'm not, not so much with the movies or the books or anything. Certainly, I've never read a Tom Clancy, but I've enjoyed a game or two of this type, and I'm really digging this sort of the combination, the firearms silenced with magical wands and whatever the fuck it is that this guy is wielding. It seems to be some kind of drum magazine magical staff.
Yeah, that's neat.
This is good. This is a cool tone.
I like the birds.
The birds are very good. I love the amount of detail on these birds. Want me to leave you one? Listen, if you're gonna get cocky, I'm not coming to your funeral. If I ever get cocky enough to die, I'll probably have the decency to get you killed too. Yeah, okay, fine. I appreciate that. All right, let's do it. We breach. Turn 1 begins. Oh, this is a cool... I like this credits presentation. All right. We've been left an easy one. So select your 3-bolt burst ability, then issue order on the enemy to shoot them. This does a burst of 3 arcane bolts, dealing 1 damage and 1 knockback. If a unit hits a wall, remaining knockback is taken as damage, and knockback ignores armor. So this fires in the outcome phase. All right, we just hurled that guy clean off the level. Make your way to the laptop. I would love to do that. Zan can see 1 second into the future, foreseeing how any decision will play out. His abilities revolve around time and supporting his team. It seems like a pretty handy thing for such an agent to be able to do. We also have here Liv Kennedy, a legend in the Special Forces world. Liv's powers let her move on a different time scale to the rest of us, eliminating threats before they can react. We saw a little bit of that on Breach. So, okay, I got this. We're interacting with the laptop. All right, what's behind door number 2? I see 3 more sprigs and an elder shrub lord with an M4. Is it clear to you why we're hitting a druid mafia ship in the first... I do love the druid mafia. Well, they've got a high-value target, they've got guns, and they can do weird planty shit. That's all I need to know. Is magic against the law in this world, or... Wait, sorry, you don't care who we're extracting? Young adult male, that's all I need. What do you want, their dating profile? You can ask him if he likes long walks after we stop these shrubs from flaying him with a barrel cactus. That's an image. Alright, well, I guess we're not going to find out loitering in doorways. You good for 3 of these guys? Well, I'm good for 4, but I'll let you feel useful. That's so nice of her. This is what I like about her most is her generosity. Hey, that was only 2. Yeah, I'm letting you blossom. Okay. So, the game wants us to just move straight to the laptop. This tutorial is a little too, like, do exactly this. It's not teaching me the mechanics at all, which I don't care for.
Yeah.
Okay, shoot the enemy that you can't take cover from. That makes sense to me. I do enjoy the amount of defenestration that is occurring so far. Why would we defeat the enemies when we can just make them be somewhere else?
Makes me feel like I'm in Brock.
Alright, so this causes us to crouch behind adjacent cover. While in cover, you're safe from direct attacks from anywhere on the far side of the cover. Okay. That's not usually how these games work. Most tactical combat games being in cover only grants you like a certain degree of safety. Okay, sorry about that. No uninterrupted recordings allowed around here, Amabel.
This one wasn't my fault.
Some people, no, I'm commiserating with you. We're on the same side of this problem.
Okay.
We were both trying to record a thing. Why is it always got to be adversarial? Okay,
That's a good question.
so we've taken cover here. We're going to hit end turn to commit everything we've done. Okay, so the guy just doesn't shoot. If they don't have a shot, they just don't take the shot. All right, knock out all the enemies. Use the laptop to open the security door. I mean, you know what I want to do. I don't know if this is worth doing. But I guess we're not going to be able to get him out the window. There's no angle where that works. All right, well, what about if we just pop him against the wall? Okay, and then use laptop to open the security door. Why is it silent? Problem solved. It's no longer
I was
silent.
wondering if it was just me.
Here's the thing about us getting interrupted. It's just, what a mess. All right, one more room. All right, what's next? 2 sprigs and a great oak in a ghillie suit. The great oak is wearing a ghillie suit? It is, yeah. Well, isn't it already a tree? I don't know what to tell you. I just say what I see. All right, let's get in there and kill it. Okay. Ghillie suit problems resolved. Yeah, this tutorial is very like, all right, so you are here. The action phase. Team moves and shoots. You can freely rewind. Then we move to the foresee phase where enemies attack. If none have valid plans, we just skip this phase. You can still rewind here. And then you get the actual enemy turn where enemies move and make new plans and do not attack yet. So again, this is a very similar design to Into the Breach, right?
Yeah.
Very similar sort of plan design. Hey, guess what? Get off of my boat. All right. I mean, it really was the perfect turn. Uh-oh, extra dudes. Attack this shrub lord. Okay, so targets the nearest hostile they have line of sight to. We'll shoot them in the outcome phase. So he's got an active target, I guess, is the thing we're seeing here.
Okay. Shrub Lord sounds like an insult on the internet from like 2005.
Yeah, it sounds like a really low quality insult. So we attack the shrub lord. I can't take him. Can you dodge this? Well, you're the one with foresight. You tell me. Okay, use the Force C button to find out whether Liv can dodge this shot. So it costs us one action. See how predicted actions will play out before committing. If she's not being targeted, rewind until she is. Okay, so that will be bad, is the thing that we're learning there. I would love to rewind to the start of the turn. This seems not like a good outcome. Okay. Move close enough to the shrub lord that he targets you instead. Alright, I'll take the hit. But you owe me a mending vial after this. Okay, so if we foresee the outcome like this, we do have an unused action, but it wants us to... This seems like an illogical way to play this situation. Okay, but the fact is Liv has an incredibly powerful gun, so that'll solve the problem for us. Okay. It says just... Alright, we'll end turn again, now that all the enemies are down. Alright, intel says this is where they're holding the asset. You see him? Yeah, they've got him bound and gagged. Don't you feel something weird coming from him? No, but then I can't see the future. I can only move infinitely fast. Maybe I'll feel it for all of the 0 seconds I'm clearing the room and extracting him unarmed. Look, don't rush this one, Liv. There's a wild card in that room. I'm a chronomancer, Zan. Look, I'm just saying, if something goes south, well, you know your orders. The asset is the priority. If you have to blink him out of here yourself, you do it. I think this is a good time to just be like, yeah, we got the orders. Let's stay on mission. You gonna breach this year? Yeah, listen, I would love for things to be going faster. You're the ones who designed the tutorial. What the hell? That is definitely some kind of something there. Okay. You only have time to deal with one threat. Try saving Liv and see if they shoot the hostage. Okay, well this guy does only have 2 health, so if we shoot him, he will go down due to bouncing off of the wall. And foresee? Okay, it will just vanish her, is what will happen. Okay, if we move up to like a nice cover position here, we could certainly rescue Liv. And then maybe she can rescue the hostage? She does not, in fact, manage to rescue the hostage in that case. Okay, so let's maybe not do that one. Well, I gotta tell you, this is feeling pretty bad for Liv. Because I do think we're gonna have to just pace this dude here. But we also need to be sure that we can get to the hostage next turn, so let me step forward before I do it. All right. So I only get... Yeah, shit, I can't save them both. I think this is the only call. This is what we said we would do. Oh, dear. Oh. Vesker to Wiztac, requesting immediate blink out. I have the asset, but something got Kennedy. I mean, this is like the terribly overpowered tutorial character, right? They have to take them away at the end of the tutorial so that you don't have this incredibly powerful character for the rest of the game. This is a pretty normal design.
Okay.
Boy, I don't think that's running the way it's intended to.
Okay, well, maybe someone should have changed the display settings to tactical beach wizards.
Yeah, that's not the problem. All right, Rushwater.
I don't know how computers work.
So let me get this straight. The notorious Druid Mafia enforcer gets shot by a doctor. And the first person on the scene just happens to be the meddling witch every cop loves to hate. Jen Kellen, P.I. Well, being near to locations is my passion. What is it going to take to stop you inserting yourself into every missing person's case we investigate? I mean, you could try finding the people. Well, I'm sorry if solid police work sometimes takes a little longer than your witch's tricks. But we have procedures for a reason. Yeah, well, people don't hire me when you're slow. They hire me when you've given up. From what I hear, people don't hire you much at all these days. I'm not going to take this kind of shit from a cop. I'm heavily armed.
Yeah. Look at those birds.
They are good birds.
Good birds once again. I'll put birds in every mission.
Look, just let me fail at this at my own pace. All right, so you hear a shot, you bust in with these breaching glyphs, and you find Wexler already dead. Describe the shooter. A white-haired woman, good-looking, smartly dressed, except for the surgical gloves. And a gun. No, she'd put the gun down. And you went for it, even with all your spells and trinkets. Well, it was more about her not having the gun. And what happened? Well, she got there first. I'm dead now. Kellen. I got to it first. She seemed to reevaluate her situation at that point. And she ran. And then you guys show up with the fucking Traffic Warlock. And what's your problem with Sergeant Clark? He made me kneel even though I'd already dropped the gun. He picked it up without gloves. He tracked mud all over the scene. And he put a 2-week stasis curse on my car. It's going to cost me more to get that disenchanted than I got paid for the whole job. Well, lucky for you, we're backed up, and it's not worth the time to prosecute you for any of this. But prosecute me? But next time you call us, stay put, stay out, and leave your wand at home. Look, can you just unhex my car, please? I'm not insured for temporal curses. Yeah, you'll have to take that up with craft and arcana control. Did you at least get her? We have someone matching the description in custody, yes. Can I talk to her? Can you talk to the prime suspect in my murder investigation? No, Kellen, you can't. You're a PI, a provisional PI. Get out of here. Fine. You're welcome, by the way. Unbelievable. Hey, did you know your station's on fire? What? There does seem to be a fire in the police station. Wow, okay, like a big green magic fire. You're too late to stop me. I don't even know who you are. Oh. You're not Van Zanvesker Navy Seer? No, my name's Jen. Is Zen here? I don't think so. I haven't seen him in years. Well, prepare to burn. Oh, no thanks. Defenestrate this pyromancer. It seems to be a critical part of this video game. So we have this static blast that pushes the enemy, deals no direct damage, but it does 2 units of knockback.
Okay.
Well, that seems fairly straightforward then.
So we're still kind of in tutorial mode.
It does seem to be the case. Zone 1 of 6 clear. That was very easy. There is a defenestrations counter. It's such a critical part of the game. Hey, look, it's that guy. Zan, I was just talking about you. Jen, what are you doing here? Solving a murder. How about you? Being arrested for... remind me? Well, it's a list at this point. Yeah, they think I'm part of the team raiding the station. Hey, I served with Zan, guys. I'll vouch for him. Nobody cares. You remember what it means if I give the signal, right? 1 second on the clock. I remember. That's enough. On your knees. Okay, save Zan this turn. It would be a good idea to do that. We have a chain bolt ability here that requires not just actions, but also mana, which is a limited resource, of which we have 1 apparently. Chains a bolt through multiple targets, knocking each in a different direction. Target each enemy in the order you want the bolt to hit them. The bolt will follow the path shown, knocking each target back in the direction it hits them. That's a very fun ability for this sort of game.
Yeah.
And this is also 2 knockbacks, so it's pretty straightforward to just like
Window.
This guy, then that guy. It's not exactly rocket surgery. And Zan just shot the other dude in the face because he's a cop. Whatever. Ooh, thanks. Sorry it came to that. One of those guys kind of had it coming. And the others? I didn't know them, but they'll be fine. I cast slowfall wards on the windows. This guy didn't get a slowfall ward, but he was being very rude.
I don't necessarily need the kind of G.I. Joe parachute kind of they're fine thing. Those dudes were just murdered. Let them be murdered,
Yeah. Alright, objectives complete. We did not, in fact, defenestrate everybody here, and that's embarrassing. But, professionalism's hard to come by. So, how have you been? Terrible, thanks. How about you? What have you been up to? The team casting its way through the station right now is led by my former CO, Liv Kennedy. She might be the most dangerous person on the planet. I think she's trying to start a war, and it might be my fault. So I'm stopping that. I have some follow-ups, but I guess we should hustle. These guys didn't like me much before I defenestrated 2 of their colleagues, so we should probably get out of this building in the next 4 minutes if we don't want to stay here for 25 to life. What are we going to see when we open this? 1 cop, body armor, nightstick, an enforcer. They're tough. I suggest we try and put them through a window. You can't throw all of life's problems through windows, Jen. Really? How hard are you throwing? Sounds like you want to demonstrate. I'll have to come at him from the side to set you up. Take him when you have the shot. Ready? Breach. I like her outfit a lot. Okay, you can reposition wizards at the start of a level. Use the redeploy ability to move Zan to the breach position of the other door. Okay, so redeploy. We could have him entering from here. That seems pretty handy. Okay, so Zan breaches. Okay, so this guy plans a path to bludgeon the nearest hostile. He'll move and strike in the foresee phase. Incoming direct damage is reduced by 1. Okay, so if we just bolt burst him from here. Sets him up for Jen, and also, draws his attention. Not that I think that matters. It seems like his attention is somewhat irrelevant if he doesn't get to take any actions. So hey, you're awfully quiet over there. What's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just watching. I probably should be. Yeah, it seems neat, and I like the little. So. Actually, I'll
got her
talk
broom
after you're done with this dialogue.
Okay, she's got her broom folded in half on her back. It's a nice touch. All right, so what does your former CO have against the Rushwater PD? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, what's her overall objective? I don't know. Who's she working for? Reactor. Okay, great. What's their objective? Yeah, I don't know. Who was the fire guy that I ran into earlier? He asked after you, by the way. Oh, really? That's nice. No, I don't know who that is. Right. Well, maybe we'll stick to Liv. How long have you been on this investigation? 3 months. Zan. I'm a clairvoyant with an assault staff. I've never had to solve mysteries before. So you need someone with investigative skills. Someone whose career is in a temporary dry spell, despite her obvious talent. Well, hey, I'm hiring if you're interested. Sure, what does it pay? Well, nothing. I'm broke. That's actually very competitive with what I'm earning now. I'll take a look at your files. Files, right. Zan. Well, I'll make some. Never mind. What's up next? Another enforcer and bad news. No windows. Oh, shit. They figured out our weakness. But
Rules out every strategy I know.
But you have an excellent plan. Well, I could set up a shot that'll knock him flat if he comes my way. Okay, why don't you just use that all the time? It's a time thing. You've got to set it up in an empty space and hope they walk into it. Okay, I'll just assume that makes sense on some level. Breach? Breach. We do so love a good breach. You're enjoying the writing, it sounds like.
I am enjoying the writing's very sharp, and it's not too pleased with itself. Like, it moves out along at a really nice clip.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot, and I like this little, like, these little 1 turn, 2 turn little tactical puzzles. It definitely has that kind of itch that Into the Breach scratches for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, but I'll ask it after you make this very important move.
Okay. So our predictive bolt allows us to aim a powerful trap for an enemy to walk into. You aim in a direction with no enemy ahead to prepare a shot in the future. You'll fire at the first enemy to cross the line. You can't aim where an enemy already is because that's not what predictive means. I think the writing in the ability text and stuff is very funny as well. I like Tom Francis's work generally. So I mean, is it enough to just point it this way and right click? Because he's right now his path is that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just always going to bludgeon the nearest hostile. Okay, he is not at the moment planning to do violence. Well, what the hell? There we go. We'll put Jen here. That causes him to plan a charge, and then we'll do the thing. Click for C to see if this works out. Well, why wouldn't it? So that guy has 1 armor, but only 3 health, and the predictive bolt does 4 damage, so good news. Oh, heads up, reinforcements. Shit, we should put a ward on that door. Ah, yes, you can see it as an infinite respawns door. Not infinite, sorry, there's only 8 of them left. Okay, so sealing the door. Nobody has an ability that is like called seal door, so I guess we'll just keep getting closer to it. I'm trying to figure out, like, where do I think I want to get as close to the door as possible, right? But we can't go here because the only spaces this guy crosses are already in. Well, actually, how far can Zan move? Yes, like, it's easy enough to put her here, but she still has to make a lot of movement to get to the door from there. I think she'll make it.
Yeah.
And Zan may as well move up. Seems pretty good. Okay.
Now those bodies don't cause any hindrance at all. Doesn't look like.
No, it doesn't look like it. So, don't actually know how to seal the door. I can run her right up to the door. And then we can just paste this guy very easily here. And seal the door. There we go. I like what a ward looks like an awful lot here. This setting has some fun stuff going on.
Yeah.
Just magically nail the thing shut.
So I have a mechanical question about these kind of games. Are they all like these tiny rooms, handful of turns kind of thing, or is that really more of a subgenre kind of thing? Like,
yeah, it's definitely like a kind of. There are certainly games that do much larger scale things as well. So what's the plan this time? I don't know. Improvise. Inspiring. Okay, there are 3 enemies and then a security door. And once again, no windows. So we have a guy who's on Overwatch here. You can see that orange striped area indicating that he will shoot whoever enters. I mean, it sure looks to me like this seems like it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm pretty sure we do just want to breach both the doors. Now, if we run Jen in here, we can static blast this guy, and he'll take the 2 points of damage.
okay. And then you can set up.
Well, you know, I was kind of thinking this guy can run diagonals. That confuses my plan slightly.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me rewind a little bit here. I mean, if Jen can do her thing from here, that's still solid knockback. The fact that this game allows for diagonals is actually very unusual. In a lot of these games, if they're square based, everything is considered, in those 4 directions.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbing this intel gains us a mana. That seems pretty cool. And then, I don't know, you may as well take cover. It's not really terribly important. Predictive Bolt here will actually protect her. Although this guy's not planning to run forward anyway. I'm curious what he will do. You can just take cover. I don't think it's even necessary, but... Okay, he was planning to run forward. It doesn't always show it on the ground, I guess. And then this dude only has 2 HP, so we will static blast him and pop the door.
All right.
I feel like there have to be more abilities probably than the ones we're seeing in at least Zan's kit seems like very, very simple right now.
Yeah.
All right, this is it. The way out? Well, it's on the way to the way out. Wait, you haven't been leading us out of here the whole time? You haven't been following me, have you? I don't know where I'm going. Well, I've been leading us to the one little thing I need to do before we can leave. You know we're in a police station where both of us are resisting arrest while it's simultaneously being raided by a team of Black Ops wizards, one of whom can transcend time? Well, sure, but there's no sense rushing. So where are we headed? Well, this office leads to the holding cells. There's someone there I need to talk to. You're working a case. Now. Look, I've been calling myself a PI for a year now, and I've had a grand total of 3 cases in the last 2 months. And 2 of them couldn't pay. Yeah, I'm going to continue ranting, for sure. I think this is the funniest time to rant. Jiren Wexler was the last one on my docket, maybe ever, and today I found him 10 seconds after he was shot in the head. By a doctor. Continue ranting, vaguely aware you might be oversharing, but unable to rein it in. I'm too late to save him, and I'm too late to get paid, but I've got one last chance to find out why he died, before what we just did makes me a fugitive, or a prisoner. And if I don't take it, I'm going to lose my mind.
I get it.
I'm sorry, Jen. For a second, I forgot what it cost you to save me back there. I won't forget again. I mean, I already did inside of an hour. Yeah, so my track record isn't great so far, but I'll try. Whatever you need, I've got your back. Thanks. What are we about to walk into? A mess. You ready? I was born ready, or I wasn't born ready, but in the 35 years since, I have become, amongst other things, ready. Breach? Actually, we should probably think about where to breach. Okay, we do have 2 doors here. So it feels to me like I want her on this side of this room.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the windows, the easily available windows are over there. And then... Yeah, no, that's good. Deploy her. And then... So these guys are mostly just normal dudes. Tracker. We have a shield enforcer here, and we have another tracker. Well, I guess it takes static burst to get this guy out the window, right? Because 3-bolt burst only does 1 pushback.
Yeah.
That's fine. I still think it's fine for her to be right here. I still think this is where we want to start things. So we can make it to a pretty solid cover position. And just totally paste you. Zan can redeploy onto the space where he can actually breach from. And 3-bolt burst does 1 damage and 1 knockback. So I can, if we like run to here, I can shut down one of these guys right away. And then just take cover. So I can grab the intel and then take cover. And all they're going to be able to do is reposition on me. Alright, we got 4 left. So... That's not intel. That's just a blue object on that table, right? Here's the thing. Jen needs a point of mana to do chain bolt. Or no, I don't need chain bolt. I'm just gonna static bolt this guy. We'll worry about other stuff later. And then this gets us perfect safety here. What were you saying, sweetie?
Oh, I was going to ask what happens if you knock a guy into another guy.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that they probably both take damage from the knockback, but we can certainly find that out. So we have another one of those, like, infinite doors here. If I run Zan over to here and do a 3-bolt burst... Oh, I don't actually have line of sight from there. So you can see it's showing us where we can see the enemy from.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have to run, like, all the way out here if we want to have... I'm trying to see if there's a spot where I can knock them into each other like that. But it doesn't look like it. Everybody's going back into the door or into a piece of... Well, you know what we could do, though? We could grab some intel to get a mana. And then... Is there a way I can bend a chain bolt? Not really, huh? Yeah, I could just chain bolt to knock 2 people out and have Zan knock the other person out. It's not very, like, elegant.
But it gets the job done.
But it gets the job done. So we're going to have you do a chain bolt here and here. And then Zan can just, you know, shoot the other one in a very straightforward sort of way. Alright, And once again, oh, Zan's gotta move to get that one. Well, first things first. Gonna run over here and close this door.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we're executing the burst from a position where it's still going to do a knockback into some furniture. And then we still have enough movement left to make it all the way over here, because Zan is apparently very fast. All right. That was not a very efficient victory in terms of turns.
Yeah, and you could have gotten like 8 more defenestrations if you really worked at it.
That's probably true. There were actually a surprising amount of windows in the room right outside of the holding cells. Hi, me again. She's still wearing her visitor's pass. Hi, me again. I don't know if you heard, the station's currently being raided by a spec ops team, one of whom can transcend time. Right, and much of it is on fire. So if you tell me why you shot Wexler, I can get you out of here before even more of it is on fire. How? I was just going to look for the keys. And if I don't satisfy your curiosity, you'll leave me here to die. Classy. Okay, well, when you hear it back, it doesn't sound great, does it? Oh. I like that. Make you choose the dialogue and then...
Yeah.
That's a good way to interrupt. What the hell just happened? I think you just met Liv Kennedy. I didn't love it. Huh. Okay. Well, that's an outcome. Let's maybe leave. I like this presentation for the narrative consequences of moving through the end of the mission. Presentationally, this game is doing a ton, and I'm really into it. Okay, well, I'm a lot more invested in your case now. Who's Banks, and why did the best spec ops team on the planet just assault a police station to abduct her? Dessa Banks. I caught a glimpse at her police file. They have her pegged as a mob doc for the Druid Mafia. When I found her, she just shot her patient in the head with a .45. If she's not mob, she definitely missed a pivotal day in med school. So why would Liv Kennedy want her? Was she an especially good doctor? Well, I mean, I guess it's possible she's a great doctor, and shooting her patient in the head before surgery was just kind of a power move. I do like that theory. Okay, your turn. What's the story with you and Liv? Well, we ran an extraction on a Druid Mafia smuggling ship back in '89. She got snared just as they were about to execute the hostage. I had to choose. I chose the hostage. For years, I thought I'd got her killed. Then, 6 months ago, she resurfaces, pulling brutal heists for a PMC. I don't know what she's trying to achieve, but I know I failed her back in '89. If there's some way I can talk her down from this, I have to try. So, who is Liv Kennedy? Well, she was my commander in the Navy Special Forces. She's a chronomancer. She can move on a different timescale to the rest of us. You're dead before you know she's coming for you. Well, that seems overpowered. I served with her for 5 years on some nightmare clusterfucks, and I think Liv may be the most dangerous single combatant on this planet. Everyone who saw her work said it sooner or later. I'm glad she's on our side. Well, now she's not. Now she works for Reactor. And Reactor are private military, right? Who's hiring them this time? Private, but huge. The 9th strongest military in the world, last I heard. And if you'd asked me yesterday, I would have said they're the DSR military by another name. But if they're sending Liv Kennedy to kill cops on DSR soil, something massive has changed, and I have no idea why. If she's gone off book, all we're looking at is a god-tier operative becoming a serial killer with an unknown agenda. And if not? If today was a Reactor-authorized op, this could light the fuse for World War V. The whole geopolitical landscape of the southern hemisphere is going to lurch in ways even I can't predict. And I'm a seer. Okay, so we do need to make some files. I have a map. We can work with that. Okay, so we've earned ourselves some level up currency here. Sorry, a little coughing fit there. Yeah, let's see about Jen Kellen's perk points. How do I... Okay, these are the available perks, I see. No, these are just our skills. There are still more attunements for this ability to be discovered. How do I actually, like... We can click over here. Okay, it's just these are the perks. The diamonds are the perks.
Yeah.
So we can gain +1 damage. Or, if Predictive Volt knocks someone out, it can be used again this turn. If Predictive Bolt fires on your turn, gain +1 mana. That's interesting. Like if you knock somebody into the bolt area. +2 knockback if used at point blank range. So that would hurl enemies basically across every space we've seen so far.
That's amazing.
Chain Bolt can target +1 enemy each time you cast it for the same cost. Or +2 knockback to the final target. That makes it a lot more versatile. It's a lot easier to use it in a lot of situations. My concern with point blank is that the way we've seen a lot of enemies positioned so far, it feels like running up to most of them to get a point blank shot will just leave Jen in the open.
Yeah.
I kind of like taking one of these two. I think we should upgrade Chain Bolt. What do you think? 3 targets or the huge knockback?
I would say 3 targets.
Okay. I think that seems strong.
It's more fun.
And then as much as it might be kind of a boring upgrade, +1 damage gives us a vastly improved ability to deal with enemies who are like standing in the middle of a room, which is a thing we're really bad at right now. She's good for pushing, and he's sort of the hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, so just see the missions here, and confidence 0. If we upgrade our confidence, we can earn some different outfits, I guess. I like dark arts as a sort of like Black Ops vibe. That's pretty funny. Hedge Wizard, get it with the foliage. Okay. Let's just jump on to the next mission. I think the default outfits are good, generally.
Yeah.
A lovely condo 48 minutes away. This is your safe house? It's cute. Well, it's my mom's place. She's at bingo. All right, well, here's what we need. Your map, a printer, some thumbtacks, and like 40 meters of red string. She actually might be the only person I know who has that combination of items lying around. Oh, I like her already. Let's get to it. So how does this work? You drag string between us to prove we're friends? Indeed, literally yes. Okay, so Zan served under Liv Kennedy. Liv Kennedy led a strike on Rushwater PD. Look, this is detective. This as a like visual metaphor for doing the detective work. This I think is very compelling mechanically.
Yeah.
And then we can pull out a details tab on anything. It dislikes weakness, slowness, stowerness. A town in Norland. Hobbies dodgeball, don't play her at this. Bloody Knuckles, don't play her at this. 100-meter sprint, don't race her at this. Ask Zan for his input. Yeah, Kennedy's working for Reactor, I'm sure of it. You know, he hasn't really clarified exactly how he knows what he knows about.
Yeah.
What if it's all a trick, you know? Reactor employs Liv, probably. Liv Kennedy seems to have abducted Dessa Banks. Hey, that all makes sense to me. No rush if you want to rearrange or go over the details, though. I mean, I feel like it's pretty straightforward. I walked in on Banks right after she shot the mobster I was tracking. I'm looking for additional jokes here at this point.
Yeah.
So good on them for having the writing be solid enough to do that. Likes complicated cases, good filing systems, skulls of every kind. Jen and I would get along, I think.
Yeah.
Jen and I would get along really well. Likes my cat Daryl, not mutual.
Not mutual.
Yeah, that's cats, all right. Dislikes Steve Clark, Traffic Warlock, the Rushwater Police, and Loose Ends. Hobbies, scrying, crying, interrogating Daryl when he does a crime. And cats are always doing... Even when a cat does something they're allowed to do, they make it a crime somehow.
Yeah.
Hobbies, providing emotional support, providing fire support, back again. Zan is an extremely, extremely old retired Special Forces operative who can see the future.
What the hell?
All right. I think we're ready to go. They killed 14 police, and we're going to just say that they killed all the ones that... Listen, we ran across a lot of guys, and we may have done things to those guys, but it was the reactor who killed them. Okay, so we have no idea why Liv took Banks. At this point, I'd settle for where she took Banks. Oh, I can answer that. Seriously? Yeah, give me 6 newt bones and a vial of her blood, and I can scry her location to within 3 meters. Well, okay, newt bones sound doable, but... Yeah, I've got an arrangement with the pet shop downtown. But how would we get a hold of her blood? Well, the cops would have taken it when they booked her. Part of a standard DNA log. It'll be at the evidence lockup in Stonecliff. Okay, is that guarded? Heavily. But I know a guy there who owes me. I helped him find his skink last June. As long as they haven't heard about the clusterfuck at Rushwater yet, I bet I could just ask him. Well, that would make things easy enough.
Yeah. Very easy mission.
Where Jen knows a guy.
You know what I love?
What's that?
Is a skink.
Yep, skinks are pretty good.
It's so cute.
Jen, I think they heard about the Rushwater thing. Now they get efficient? Ain't that always the way? Okay, so there are optional extra goals that boost a wizard's confidence. As in life, confidence is only needed to wear more daring outfits. Alright, they sold me on that as a resource.
Yeah.
Try for them, but don't stress it. You can always come back to get them later with any new perks you've unlocked. They vary each level. Okay. So for Zan, finish with all team members at full health. That seems very doable. Jen, defenestrate 2 hostiles with Gale Grenade, a new ability that we've just gotten. Tricky optional objectives, you can't always get them all at once. So talk to me about Gale Grenade. Knocks back all adjacent targets, 1 use per battle, and it's only a single point of knockback. So it seems like knocking 2 people out windows with Gale Grenade would be very challenging. Does it not always knock them back? Does it not knock them back from the center of the grenade? We're gonna try something here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna throw this down. Like if I do this, okay.
Okay. Well, that's an easy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily want to actually do that because now we have to save Jen, right? I guess she gets to just like keep doing abilities. Jen, the action economy in this game is bizarre.
Yeah.
So is there a spot like if I run to here, can I still get that toss? Okay, this works a lot better. I mean, Gale Grenade does not cost an action. It doesn't have the thing on the corner. So if we do that, and then we have Zan knock this guy out, I think she can just duck behind the thing and be fine.
Okay.
So what I might say is, like, let's, I guess, not grab the intel because Zan doesn't have any abilities that cost mana. we'll just pop you. Like, really overdo it. Take cover. And then if Jen also takes cover, I think we're good. I guess Jen hasn't spent her action yet. We can static blast this guy and then take cover. Just get a point of damage on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. Okay, we are going to have to make it over to that door at some point. Hey, look, it's an opportunity to try that thing. So let's have Zan just put you away. And then Jen, like, runs up to here. Okay, it's interesting that he only took 1 damage. So he didn't take damage from the character being knocked into him and also from being knocked into the door. Like, it should have been 2 points of push, right? And the front cop took 2 damage from it. Yeah, I guess it's not fully clear to me why that works the way it works, but it does that. It's not ideal. You want, generally, for it to be clear to your player why a thing happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I understand what happened there correctly, then doing it from this side should knock them both out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it isn't a point of damage from the collision. It actually is that it knocks him back. That's a weird way for it to handle that, but also totally fine.
But it knocked him back into the door previously.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are not, in fact, taking collision damage. What if we predictive bolt? Problem solved. And we sealed the door behind us.
That was good.
Okay. This is why you don't just kick open a door into an active gunfight. All right.
Like that gives you
What's up?
goals for each character.
Yeah, that is nice. All right, what are we looking for? A blue folder. Her blood is in a blue folder? Well, no, but her file will tell us where they're storing it. Okay, so just grab every blue file I see. Yep, unless your time brain lets you read them instantly or something. Well, I could do 1 second of reading, 1 second sooner than I otherwise would. That doesn't sound like it's going to do it. No. Breach? Breach. Okay, this is going to be a little bit trickier. Got ourselves a new action here. We can throw a time boost at an ally to give them +1 action. And it doesn't cost Zan an action. That seems useful. How do you think we want to approach this?
I mean, one from each door makes sense.
It certainly gives us the best, like, coverage.
Yeah.
Easiest ability to, like, take advantage of all of the cover. Although I am thinking maybe I did this in kind of a silly way.
Yeah, what's silly about it?
Well, if I had Zan come over here, I mean, I guess we can still do this. Like, it's easier for Zan to actually take out the Grenadier because Zan can just do 2 damage straight up. And it's easy enough for Jen to take out this guy in the corner because he's standing in a corner. I guess this guy's crouched behind cover, so we have to run way up to attack him anyway. Launches grenades that explode in the foresee phase. I don't care for that. There's another Grenadier over here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe we want to prioritize this fellow. So if we just bolt this nerd, grab the intel, because why not? And then probably take cover. Let's hold on a second. Oh, also I should read this. Let a single teammate perform 2 actions in 1 turn. So Zan just needs to use the grenade once. Jen's thing is to deal with all enemies by the end of turn 1. And helpfully, we're told it's turn 1 now. That seems tricky. What I was thinking of doing with Jen was having her run over and grab this, and then doing chain bolt to bump this guy against the back wall, and then the grenadier into the corner, because I'm sure we don't want to catch grenades. 1 knockback's not going to be sufficient to knock anybody down here. We could throw a time grenade at Jen and have her also deal with this guy, but I don't think there's any way we're getting rid of Tracker Lagrange on this first turn.
Yeah.
If we had taken the bonus target on Chain Bolt. Oh no, we did take the bonus target on Chain Bolt.
We did, yeah.
Well, then I definitely put us on the wrong doors. Because like if we were over here, yeah, hold on. We can maybe do a thing. Yeah. Because if Jen is over here, we could put her like in this area, have her hit this guy with the chain bolt, then from here chain bolt that guy, then chain bolt this guy into the corner. She can actually deal with 4 enemies if she receives a time grenade.
Okay.
I'm not even sure where we want Zan to be. Hold on. So I could do it from right here. The thing is, like, Zan's going to be right there, and I want to make sure that wherever he is, he can actually hit her with the throw.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say we put her here. And then we have Zan open this door, run through. Oh, she has to, sorry, hold on. She has to grab mana to do this thing. So she needs to be in a position where she can grab a piece of evidence. So if I run to here, grab the intel, but I can't move anymore, and the chain bolt is not. This is tricky. And if I run to here, you need orthogonal adjacency to grab the mana. Okay. That does complicate things. Okay. What if we redeploy him to here? Hold on. I have a rapidly evolving plan.
Okay.
What if Jen grabs this? Because the chain bolt should be able to see from this guy to that guy, right?
Okay.
Oh, he's got cover from this direction.
What about the guy below, though?
The guy below?
The guy in the left corner? Can that be a third one, or not?
Well...
No, the other corner.
This guy's not going to die.
Okay.
The pushback doesn't do anything to him. Shoot, I didn't think about the fact that this guy is actually crouched all the way. And you have to have, if you're going to have the bolt hit everybody in this line, it has to come from this side because of the way these guys are stacked up against the cover. Okay, maybe what would work, here's a problem I'm having. I can't eyeball the lines of sight all the time. And like, I need to know if this guy has a direct line of sight to that guy for chain bolt. If it makes sense to like run up to here, chain bolt this guy into the corner. If we can bounce the chain bolt to this guy and then from Love to White Blood, it would knock White Blood out in that case. But I can't, mousing over them doesn't make it super clear who they have direct line of effect to.
Yeah.
And I guess because you have infinite rewinds, like, that makes it not so big of a deal. But what if I didn't have to rewind because it just worked in the first place, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna have to try it. Okay, it looks like that does work.
Okay.
And then the question is, can Zan be put in a position where he can see this guy and still hit her with the grenade? Because we don't actually know how the time boost grenade works. Because if so, we can have him. It gives her +1 action. It doesn't say anything about giving her more movement. So if we could put Zan in a position where he could shoot this guy, and he still had mana, and could throw the grenade to her, she can deal with the dude in the corner with her normal attack.
Okay, yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't see anywhere that looks like it will work.
I have a really goofy question.
Yeah.
Would you be able to grenade her before you breach?
Well, no, it costs mana. We have to get mana first.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is there a way to position... This is a trickier puzzle for sure. I mean, and again, we don't have to get it. We don't have to get it all in one. Let me actually try it. So let's fire her attack. 1, 2, 3. Paste all those dudes. And then... It doesn't actually have a target. I just right click on her. Okay, he just hits it all the way to her. And yeah, it does not give her more movement. So then my other question is, I wonder... Well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say, I wonder if we actually even need line of sight to her. Probably we do, but also it wouldn't matter even if we didn't, because the problem we're having isn't it's getting line of sight on Lagrange while still being able to access the mana.
Yeah. And you wouldn't have line of sight from the middle section with the blue thing on it. You wouldn't have line of sight.
No.
No.
We have line of sight to that guy here, but not here.
Here, but not there. Okay.
Okay, what if Jen... what if Jen moves a little differently?
Okay.
From here, we could grab the intel, chain bolt this guy, then this guy. Okay, he doesn't. The line of effect is blocked by the corner. I was thinking maybe we could get her to deal with that dude, and then from this position, if she gets an extra action, she can just shoot this guy into the wall. But she can't deal with... Does the chain bolt hit from here to there? Okay, she can deal with 3 people this way. That gets rid of the guy who's really hard to see.
Okay.
Then we have the question, can Zan hit her with the time boost from here? And the answer is no, sadly. That's so close. Because he needs to be in a position where he can actually hit the grenadier. Right? Yeah. She can take care of the other grenadier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, these are the only 2 tiles where he can do that thing. Yeah, it's really tough. These two are killing us. These two are killing all of our one-turn strategies. We can adjust people's positions somewhat with Gale Grenade.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm wondering if that ends up being... Oops, I need to actually throw that. Wondering if that ends up being critical to it. Because actually, yeah, if we Gale Grenade this guy right away, then... that makes one of our earlier plans work, I believe. We chain bolt here, then here, then here to pick up these three. And now that this guy's out in the open a little bit more, Zan can stand right here, grab the intel, throw a time boost to Jen, and 3-bolt burst this guy. And then Jen can just static blast for the finish. And there we go. That's all the things. It just takes literally every ability. That's not true. We didn't use predictive bolt. This is easy enough. We'll just nail that up. Please don't interrupt me while I'm doing this. And Zan can do the same thing. There we go. The number of minutes that took was very reasonable. Look how efficient. Look how efficient.
Yep.
Where are you going? Well, both these overpasses lead to the next building. We can do it in tandem. Okay, but you get shot the moment you walk through that door. Oh, good note. Let me breach first. I can take care of it from my side. Okay, knock out all enemies. 11 remain. No big deal. Zan, cause predictable to fire before the foresee phase. Jen, defenestrate 3 people in 1 turn. We'll see. We'll see about these. Right, because, yeah, she would get shot by the sharpshooter here. Well, it's pretty easy to solve that problem. The game is extremely generous with the knockback to get the defenestrate. Because, look at that angle. That's ridiculous. Alright, so then Jen breaching. So wait, actually, if I have Zan predictive bolt like this, and then we open that door, is that gonna cause him to immediately execute this dude?
Yes.
That's a little... He didn't really, walk into line of sight, but okay, I'll take it. That's fine. Okay, so Zan gets to approach a little bit here. And Jen's turn is over. Okay, Jen moves to breach position. Zan moves to breach position. How do we want to deal with this? Can Zan see this guy? Yeah, absolutely. I could just... Okay. Let's just deal a bunch of damage from there and then have Jen kick the thing open and finish him off. I don't know that I do want to breach this though yet. I think I want to leave that in place.
Okay.
I think we're probably just ending the turn then. Okay. So Jen rushes up to here. Definitely takes the mana. And then we have a pretty good chain bolt situation here. I guess
Okay.
provided, depending on exactly how we're allowed to bounce the chain bolt around. But okay, let's say we do the breach. And then I chain bolt, like... I can hit this guy, but I can't hit that guy. Yeah, because this one's blocking him, I guess.
Okay.
We can still have Zan open that door. I'm wondering if I can defenestrate these two and that guy this turn. But it might require opening this up. How much damage do these guys do when they attack too? I'm a little concerned about that. Because I want to make sure, like, Jen has to actually have all these guys go down too. I think I have a thought. So if we 3-bolt burst this guy, just to move him back so that they're not perfectly lined up. He's not taking cover, right? So he shouldn't be protected, I think. So if we like do a bounce with chain bolt that's like you and you and you. Shoot, that didn't quite work the way I was hoping. I needed to push this guy back that way and do some damage. Well, hold on. She can throw a gale grenade and it'll actually make it all the way over here. That's interesting.
Okay.
All right, let me rewind. I didn't have Zan move at all, did I?
No.
If we step inside the room, I can grab intel before we do any of that, and that way he can time boost her. We can make this. We can make this work. This can work. Because I think if she does even just that very same thing, just like paste one of these two dudes, it kind of doesn't matter who. Oh, hold on. Zan has to disorganize these two, I think. Right? Because if I chain bolt... Yeah, if I chain bolt like this, the way is blocked. So Zan just moves you over. Jen goes... You. Everybody out the window. She throws her gale grenade to clear this guy. First of all, disarming the whole area, and secondly, getting her goal down.
Confidence.
Then we time boost through the open window, and this guy's just in a corner. Like, problem solved. How about that, Annabelle? What do you think of that one?
Good job, baby.
As plans go. Okay,
I think it's really interesting that, you know, so we played you're playing this one. We played the breach. We played that Godzilla Voxel, which is more of a puzzle, like defined puzzle game.
Yeah.
And this is also kind of like a defined puzzle game in a way. And but the puzzles are much more complex and very satisfying.
I mean, like, I think all tactics games just kind of feel like puzzle games to some extent. Like, you're always looking for, like, the clean solution, right?
But in this case, like, giving these goals that, you know, in these design scenarios, so, like, there is a design solution. I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's neat.
Oh, I should have. I didn't predict that he was going to run that far forward. That's all right. Sand can just hit him for 2 damage, and Jen can close the door. Well, I feel like that was pretty efficient turns wise. Yeah, we're not gonna get a mark for it, but I did advance kind of slowly down the dual hallway thing so that I could make sure to get her confidence. All right, I found Banks. She was between Jubba and Hiddlesbottom, logically. Now we've all found ourselves there. It says her blood sample's in fridge 5, room 304. So 1 floor up. Great, let's go. I like that they got into the room and they clearly had to spend a bunch of time looking. It's very well communicated with just like the positions of the set dressing.
Yeah.
All right, you brought the newt bones. I don't leave the house without 6 to 20 newt bones. Okay, so where is she? She is about 100 meters east. Did you perform the spell 100 times too small? Nope, she's in the next building. And what's that? Controlled substances, I think? Why would they break her out of one police station just to take her to another? Well, I don't know. You want to go find out? After I realign some time crystals, yes. Steve, you're sure this is every gram of blue you have? Yep. Every seizure of the DSR ends up here. All right, Bori, light it up. All will burn. In very mild fire. It is not mild fire. That's a total misnomer. I should not have to take this from a traffic cop. I'm a traffic warlock, and you're a failed arsonist. I'd like to see you untangle the M6 spaghetti junction with some lukewarm flames. Lukewarm? Much as I'd love to hear where this clash of the intellectual titans goes, we do have a ride to catch. Steve, stick around and make sure your cop pals don't put this out. Bori, bring Banks. Well, that exchange raised a lot more questions than it answered. Is Liv's team burning mana? Why? He sniffs. Not for the smell, I'm guessing. I mean, why do the Rushwater PD even have this much mana? The street value of this must be billions. They're supposed to destroy it all at the end of every month. Well, maybe Defense told them to... I've heard of states stockpiling on the QT. I mean, no one has a military use for it yet, but they're all scared someone's going to find one. And hey, that's the fire guy I was telling you about. Oh, right. I do remember him now. So when I said fire guy earlier, you didn't think of the guy you know who's permanently on fire. Well, you meet a lot of colorful characters in this line of work. Aren't you unemployed? That's what I mean. Okay, so who is he? Bori Kesh, the less lethal pyromancer. How does that work? Well, I think his flames are, like, quite hot, but not fire hot, you know? Like, you can't go on about your day, but it's more of an aloe vera situation than an impromptu cremation. Okay, you look like you want to ask something. Who's the guy in the Dayglow robe? That's Steve. Steve Clark, Traffic Warlock. I keep running into him on my cases. I always forget what a slimy prick he truly is. Wow, Jen. Shit. Get fucked, Steve. Can we take him? Well, probably not, but I've been itching to try. I've heard worse battle cries. I do like the writing. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a bad Crush Hour. Sends forth a spectral motorcade of ghost riders that hits everyone in the red zone, then returns to the underworld. Pending traffic conditions on the 7th Circle Junction, of course. Let's deal with that. Let's get out of here. Zan would like for everybody to be at full health. Jen would love to defenestrate Steve Clark. I like how character-based these are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, we got to get in here. We got to get out of the crush hour, right? So I definitely want to take the mana. You got to get further in. I mean, we can certainly just do some damage. You push him into the corner in preparation for trying to get him out that window.
Okay.
He has 2 armor, so he is just going to resist all of the damage. Oh, interesting. The crush hour was not. It's relative to his position.
Okay, that's good to know.
That is good to know. Now that I know that, hold on. I maybe want to do some things differently. Let's open with Zan's move like that. I do like that. But see, now that we can move him, I can put Jen like here. Still grab the intel. And now we can static blast him. Gosh, I could even move her like further into the corner, right? Can we get him this turn? Like if I run all the way to here, the static blast direction, oh, it's gonna bump him into this. I'm not gonna be able to get him around the side of that.
Can you throw a grenade for? No, that won't do anything well.
If we throw the grenade first, what does it do? What does that make this? The static blast is just pushing him backward in that case?
Yeah.
Can I throw the grenade in such a way that it pushes him past? No, there's just no pushing him around this thing. That being the case, maybe I do just do this. Still, we just stay on opposite sides of the room.
Okay.
And I don't know that I want to hit him for fear of accidentally killing him. I will predictive bolt the doorway here, for sure. And maybe Jen just doesn't do anything. That's pretty rad. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. Oh, he's doing it. Right, run over to here and just...
Okay.
Later, Steve.
Yes.
We are going to have to, like, seal these doors at some point. Probably worth grabbing the intel, and then obviously, you know.
Good defenestration, baby.
Thank you. I'm feeling very powerful. All right, we might be able to access the doors pretty soon here. So if I run up here with Zan and then just predictive bolt down the wall, the shield guy has to just run into my way and get pasted, right?
Yeah.
And that puts Zan in a good position to close the door, that door next turn. And then
Okay.
I think Jen can just like kind of take care of herself over here. We just again, I guess grab the intel, just close on the door and static blast this nerd.
Take that, nerd.
And then next turn we get him. Next turn we get the door. I guess it's going to depend a little bit on how many guys come out. Yeah, okay. Easy. Run up here, seal this door, and then it's just, yeah, you can just handle that so she can seal the other door. All right, and that'll show Steve Clark who's boss. It's us. Show him that we are the boss of him. Still not efficient. Defeat Steve Clark, Police Warlock in combat. Complete. Defeat Steve Clark, Traffic Warlock in conversation. Well, he certainly has some difficult self-examination to do in the days and weeks to come. Amabel, I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't like that guy. Right? Steve was always an asshole, but he's never actively thrown a ghost car at me before. New low. So, where next? You know what? I have no idea. Oh, I kind of thought you were going to take the driver's seat on this investigation thing. Well, I was, but then as soon as we finished a satisfying chunk of it, my brain went blank. It's like I just ran out of stuff. Yeah, my foresight's drawing a blank too. I think it's demo syndrome. Wait, you've seen this before? Yeah, a buddy got deployed to the Battlefield 2 demo straight out of training. Last I heard, he's still in there, capturing the same damn flags. Oh, that's awful. I mean, at least it's multiplayer. Well, is there a cure? Usually you just pay an incredibly reasonable price, and the varied and satisfying experiences you were about to have all come rushing back. If they're ready, of course. But I don't think they'd be dumb enough to put extra work into a demo of something you can't even buy yet. Right, of course. You know, you're accepting this kind of fast. Are you sure you're not just fried from a series of fun but mildly traumatic events in a short space of time? You know, that was my thought too, but then I saw the flyer, I noticed this as well. What Wait. The fuck is this? Why, it's a flyer that says thanks for playing the demo of Tactical Breach Wizards. Your face will physically melt as you carefully click on 5 unique wizards and make them do your bidding. Your relationships will suffer for the 8 to 10 hours it takes to complete this campaign, a bit longer if you do the challenges. You might literally die when you scratch and sniff these 3 free enchanted screenshots to hallucinate playing with full game features. We didn't check that it's safe. Hacking turrets seems cool. Oh, they actually are little scenarios too.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were going to be screenshots based on the thing that it said. Well, this seems stacked against us. No, it's fine. Their control terminals are all right here and logged in. Wait, what? Yeah, just you know. Turn the nearest turret to our side. Easy enough. I can't believe I'm hallucinating about programming. Okay, have 1 turn of fun using terminals to hack turrets. So we got this turret. Can be disabled if you move adjacent to it. Fires a powerful shot with knockback in the foresee phase. So we can see the turret's just going to get rid of that dude. Zan can hack this turret, and that'll deal with that guy over there. And then we're out of movement. So we have to take care of the other guys normally. Zan, also you should take cover, because that other turret is not controlled. Oh, this guy has 3 health. Gale grenade. There we go. And then also take cover, because otherwise this is going to get real ugly. That's pretty fun. Okay, works for me. You know, it says deal with all enemies by the end of turn 1. I don't necessarily consider the turret an enemy, so I think we did this.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Defenestrate yourself. Try it now. Why wouldn't I? Who wouldn't want to do that? You know, this doesn't seem like a situation I would get myself into. Ha! We boxed you in. Did you, though? This isn't even movable cover. Well, it looks like it should be. Have 1 turn of fun with Jen's Broom Breach ability. Jump through an adjacent window and re-enter the room from any other window as long as the space is clear. That is fun. So... Also, deal with all enemies by the end of turn 1. This is always her thing. Seems very challenging. So wait, what is this gonna do to the target? Like if I jump in on somebody, Okay, that's pretty considerable knockback. I got a question. And the question is, fuck this guy. Yep, that was pretty much my question. And then I can do it again. I mean, the thing is, I can put this guy in position to get exploded, but that doesn't actually make me win the mission, and I think I get shot if I do that. Oh, well, we have the Gale Grenade. Never mind. Okay, so... Oh, you know what I don't have is any mana. So I was going to Gale Grenade this guy. He has a point of stability. Never mind. He doesn't take knockback. Well, that makes this problematic. Hold on. I need to think about some other aspects of the thing here. This laptop opens security doors. That doesn't seem super relevant to our situation. Okay, if we Broom Breach onto him, we do put him adjacent to an awful lot of explosions. Causes 3 knockback to all adjacent targets if damaged. So, if I were to come in through this window, would this thing fly over here and just shove this guy out? Because that would be pretty handy. But it might just explode when I make contact with it. Nope, it does the fun thing. I love it when things are fun.
Yeah.
You guys get Gale Grenaded. And then we Boom Breach this guy. Here we go. Here's the way to do the thing. And... is this going to do enough damage? It does 4 damage? Yeah, okay. There we go. We did it. We earned a confidence. Very clean. It's kind of a lot of explosions. And finally, shield slam your foes. I think this has got to show us a new character, right? Oh, hey, who are you? I'm not narratively relevant yet. Okay, I'll back you up anyway. We can find out why later. So this is Doll. Doll, first of all, has a very strong aesthetic. Can I zoom in here? Hold on a second.
Okay.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is extremely rad. Okay, sorry. Easily distracted. So what's Doll got? He's got a charge. Knocks the opponent 1 square for every square you traveled. So a long run-up is more effective and also does 1 damage. Sensor Slam. Hits an adjacent target for 3 and knocks them back. He can swap locations with any person he can see for 1 mana. And he can throw out a barricade that blocks movement, can be used as cover, and does damage to things knocked into it. Man, the versatility.
Yeah.
So this guy's got a huge weapon. But that is an electrified wall. So I mean, the really straightforward thing to do here is just to charge that dude, right?
Yeah. I mean, let's try that. See what happens.
Right? That's pretty fun. It doesn't kill him. But we could make it kill him by like moving over here first. Right? I think this is enough extra space for the kill. That adds 2 points of knockback, so it'll do 2 more damage.
Okay.
And then like there's the swap and what's the riot block look like? Okay. That's very, very normal and sensible. Have Doll deal a total of 12 knockback. That's pretty nuts. So like if Doll were to swap with this guy, and then Zan grabs this intel and time boosts us, I'm not allowed to... Oh, right, because charging costs an action. So all I can do in that case is throw my riot block. That's a shame. My plan was to charge this gas tank and hurl it against the wall. But unfortunately, you would need to have not spent your action doing other stuff. How do you deal with everybody in one turn here? This actually seems quite difficult. Because neither one of these two has the sort of... If I just swap with you now... Neither one of these two has the sort of like multi-target bouncy nonsense that Jen has. So if I charge this... We can do that, which is really funny. Then I can throw my riot block... It's a low barricade. So I still have to take cover behind it. But I can't do that, apparently. Never mind. My plan was to do a take cover move. Wait, why couldn't I charge with that last one? Did I spend the second action somehow? Did I forget to have Zan actually give him the time boost before?
Oh, that might have been what happened.
Well, that's embarrassing. In any case, it's not a big deal. We're just screwing around at the end of the demo now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Zan, grab the intel. Doll, grab this intel. Do a fun charge. Take the swap. Zan, remember to time boost. Then, yeah, okay, there we go. Pretty good. And then I still can throw the riot block. I mean, I can certainly make Zan totally safe. Zan's 3-bolt burst only has 1 knockback. And we can't really make it any better than that. So this guy, like, Enforcer Wakefield currently doesn't really have a turn. I can shoot him, but it doesn't accomplish very much. I can throw the riot block into the position he'll be shot into. That'll show him. And then if we just predictive bolt down here, that does it, right?
Yeah.
Ha-ha! That was one turn of fun. Dull seems fantastic. Like the character designs in both in terms of like what is communicated in their actual visual design and the ability kits, once you actually have all their abilities, are really, really rad.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun looking at this with you, sweetheart.
And look, now we've earned Zan on the main menu. So people are sort of covering up what I'm arguing is clearly graffiti of Ghast on the wall here. And maybe the blood wheel, perhaps the blood wheel, if you really want to squint. Which, listen, I'm not saying that Tom Francis is definitely a fan of the channel, but, you know. Hey, Tom, how you doing? That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're going to have even more fancy new demos to play. And maybe this time I'll make Amabel do it.
What?
I will see you then.